my name is Haley and welcome to another vlog. Today is Monday, November 2nd, and it is officially Nonfiction November. I'm hoping to vlog all of Nonfiction November, but we'll see. Nothing ever goes to plan when it comes to me. So I have started reading for Nonfiction November already. I started last night. The first one is Why Dinosaurs Matter by Kenneth Lacovara. I did talk about this in my Nonfiction November TBR, which I'll link up above. This is a short one. It's a TED book, which is a book written to kind of accompany a TED Talk, so I'll link his TED Talk down below. Read the first chapter and I am really liking it already. I really like his writing style. This is how the first chapter starts. Albert Einstein was a complete and utter failure. The first chapter kind of talks about Albert Einstein did all these amazing things, but he died, so he's a failure. And then he kind of takes that and he's like, that attitude is the attitude people have towards dinosaurs. People are like, oh, they died, they suck. When really, they are amazing. They were on Earth for so much longer than we've been on Earth, so much longer than like this current present like time of the mammals has lasted. And that was kind of like the intro to this story about why dinosaurs matter. So I just thought that was like a really effective way to start the book, and I'm very excited to like read more about it. This book has like really cool illustrations in it, so I'm like looking forward to seeing some of those also. It's election day. I'm gonna need a lot of coffee. Good morning, happy Tuesday, and happy election day for my American brethren. I hope everybody's going or has already voted. It's an important election. I'm not going to get into it because I was already up all night with anxiety over it and other things. The road to me starting my new job is not going smoothly. So that's been pretty stressful, especially since I've been unemployed for 2 months. It's like I'm really anxious to start and do it right and get going, but it's just the world is just not letting that happen. Excuse my hair, I literally did just wake up. I could not sleep at all last night, so I made a really strong espresso chai latte. It has 3 shots in it. Next time you see me, I might be hyperventilating somewhere. Anyways, just some reading updates. Yesterday I got halfway through Why Dinosaurs Matter. I'm really enjoying it. It's kind of a weird one though, because at first I was a bit annoyed. We were going through all the things that every dinosaur book goes through, because I swear every dinosaur book is written for somebody who's never read a book about dinosaurs. And I've read several, so it's like I keep having to read this like introductory lesson almost into dinosaurs. And this one does that a little bit, but it kind of flips between being this like grand statement about how important dinosaurs are to us and to the world, and going through the history of finding dinosaurs. I'm a little bit lost on it. Each individual chapter is a little bit different, but overall I just don't know like how the book is gonna like be at the end. Like, what is its purpose? At the moment we're talking about a lot of historical events that have happened. He's talking a lot about certain theories that were not accepted and now are. So it's like, it's hard to tell whether this is just like a essay on how we undervalue dinosaurs, or if it's about the science of dinosaurs, if it's about paleontology and its history. I will keep you updated on that one. I'm hoping to finish this one today. It's so strong. Other than that, I don't have a lot of plans today. I am going into town to get a coffee with a friend. We are going into lockdown on Thursday, so I just would like to see a few people before like signing off, and coffee is one of those things that you can do like kind of socially distanced. So I'm going to be meeting with my friend for coffee, and then tonight I am going to the pub with my husband and our neighbors for one last drink. But other than that, I'm looking forward to today. I'm looking forward to the reading I'm going to do, and I will update you as I go. back from going into town. It was so lovely. I got an eggnog latte from Starbucks and sat outside with a friend and just chatted and caught up. Their eggnog lattes are just so amazing. I'm actually surprised that they sell them here, because I've not been able to find eggnog around Christmas time here at all. So it's just a bit weird that they have that drink. And I ended up buying some stuff, as I do every time I go out. I went to some charity shops to look at their books, and all of the charity shops are like completely decimated. I think people are panic buying books. But I was able to find a few things that I'm happy with. The first I got was The Lost World. This is the second book in the Jurassic Park series, written by Michael Crichton. I actually really like Michael Crichton books. They keep me so invested. The way I feel about him is kind of the way I feel about Dan Brown. Like, as soon as I open one, I'm immediately like caught in it, and I just sit and read it until it's finished. And Jurassic Park is one of my favorite books like ever. I think it's amazing. And The Lost World is actually really good also. So I'm glad that I have that one. I also picked up Pompeii by Robert Harris. I had another booktuber for Booking Out Loud. I'll link her down below. She recommended this as a fiction companion to Pompeii by Mary Beard, which is a book that I'll be reading for Nonfiction November. So I'm like just very lucky that I saw this in the charity shop and had to buy it. So I'm excited for those two to go together. Then I picked up a copy of Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie. I actually love Peter Pan. The story of Peter Pan is one of my favorite stories just in general, and I love all the different reimaginings of it, retellings, all the different adaptations. It's just an amazing story, so I'm very happy to have that. And then I picked up Completely Unexpected Tales by Roald Dahl, and it has this like really like vintage photo of him on the cover. It says on the back, "Now in one volume, Tales of the Unexpected and more Tales of the Unexpected." Then it says a darkly bitter souffle with a sting at the center. It has one of my favorite stories in it, which is Lamb to the Slaughter, about a woman who hits her husband over the head with a frozen leg of lamb, and then she puts it in the oven, and when the police come to investigate why her husband has died, she serves them the lamb and they never find out it's her. I just had to get this one. Me and my sister love Roald Dahl, like his adult stuff and his children's stuff, so I might give this a read and then send it to her. This was a great find. Happy Thursday. It's been a little bit weird around here. I haven't vlogged much over the past 2 days because with like the election happening and we're going into lockdown in the UK, it's just been a bit of a weird time. I've been feeling very anxious and a bit scatterbrained, and haven't really done that much reading, so there wasn't really anything to like report on or anything like that. But today feels a bit calmer. All the things that I need to do for the week are kind of like done already, and I feel like I can just like relax and just kind of like find my bearings again, start to recover mentally from the past couple days. I did want to report that I finished my first book for nonfiction, and that is Why Dinosaurs Matter by Kenneth. Lacovara. I really enjoyed this book. I gave it 4.5 stars. I thought it was such a concise and beautiful account of dinosaurs. Like it's kind of hard to explain what exactly this book is. I would say it's like half like a history of paleontology and half musings about why dinosaurs are important to us. And one of his main arguments is that us finding fossils and finding out about dinosaurs and starting to kind of like look at the fossil record, that kind of coincides with humans shifting in their thinking about life and Earth and the universe. And so there's actually a really good illustration in the book that kind of exemplifies this. This page is just such a good example of like his argument. And it's like before we kind of found out about the natural history of the Earth and like all these species that used to exist before us and now don't, we kind of thought of ourselves as being like the center of life. Like we were kind of like the masters of the Earth and we were created to like rule over it. And then when we started filling in the fossil record, then we kind of like see ourselves within it and within like evolution of life on Earth. And so I just think this is like just a very good illustration to show how like our thinking has shifted over time in regards to this. I just thought that was really interesting. So I really liked like his musings about that kind of stuff. And I just thought it was very beautifully written. It kind of reads like, you know, like a TED Talk would sound. It's very to the point and beautiful sounding. There's a lot of like almost like purple prose, but I just really liked it. I didn't really learn anything new about dinosaurs. I just thought it was such a fascinating book. It was like a love letter to dinosaurs almost. So I really liked that. So there's this passage that I actually wanted to share. I was reading this yesterday while kind of like waiting for the results to come in for the election, and I really just liked it. So I thought I'd share it. He writes, "The hubris of humankind falters when our brief history is set upon the vast backdrop of deep time. Our self-importance wanes when we view our species as occupants of but a single tiny twig among the multitudes that form the prodigious crown of the spectacular tree of life. And the rock record shows us that we are not inevitable beings, that we are not the recipients of an evolutionary proclamation of manifest destiny. We got lucky, and being lucky is a great feeling, but it should lead, I think, to gratitude, not pride." I kind of made a joke with my friends yesterday that I was reading this to remind myself that we're just a blip in time on, you know, in the grand scheme of like Earth's history and stuff, and how I kind of find comfort in that. I'm kind of an existentialist, so I just feel like that is such a good way of looking at things. So this book, it was just quite a philosophical take on dinosaurs and time and history, and I really enjoyed it. So today I have like no plans really. I'm quite tired and worn out from this past week. I think I might pick up today Pompeii by Mary Beard because I've been really looking forward to that one. I think I'm gonna do that. First, I'm gonna make a really nice dirty chai latte. So this is my first update in a long time. It's been quite a week. It is about midnight on Friday, and I'm just kind of glad this week is over. It has been so stressful in terms of the election and getting everything done that I need to start my new job on Monday, and it's just been kind of a wild ride. And I've been trying to take time to relax and just kind of bring my stress levels down. And today was definitely one of those days. I went for a nice long walk. Me and my husband got takeout, and I spent quite a bit of time reading. So just a bit of an update. I am about halfway through Pompeii by Mary Beard, and I just am savoring this book. It is so good. This just feels like a really rich like journey through not just Pompeii, but also the Roman world in general. And it's just so fantastically written. Mary Beard writes in such a way that it just takes you through the city. It's almost like you've just been plopped right down in the city, and she's just showing you everything that's there and guiding you through it with all of her knowledge and information. And it's just like, I'm learning so much. We've talked about how the streets are laid out and what we can garner about how the city ran streetwise. We've talked about art and paintings and how the houses were decorated, how the houses were laid out, what the layout kind of can tell us about how they lived their everyday lives. It's just so much, and it's just exciting because there's still half of it left to go. It is taking me a bit longer to read because I'm finding it so engrossing, and I just want to like Google all the stuff that she's talking about. She does have like a fair amount of pictures like throughout the book. There's a lot of diagrams, a lot of photos, a lot of works of art, a lot of examples. So I really like that. But another really cool thing is that you can actually walk through the city of Pompeii on Google Maps. So I've been putting this down every 2 or 3 minutes, opening up Google, Googling a house or some aspect of the city, and then going onto Google Maps to kind of meander my way through Pompeii. It's been quite like a armchair travel kind of book, and I'm really loving it. One thing I've particularly liked doing is using this map that she's laid out to like find the different buildings that she's talking about, and then dropping myself into Pompeii and trying to find them. I've just been like really nerding out over it. I've even watched like a few TV episodes of like things about ancient Rome and stuff, and yeah, I'm just really liking it. I'm really interested in the chapters that are left, and I just think it's such a great book for the time I'm in right now. This weekend is my last free weekend before I start working. So me and my husband are gonna go for another walk, go out for coffee, because I think we can still do that. We can like get it to go and just kind of walk around, enjoy the fresh air, and then I think I would like to do some more reading tomorrow. I do feel like a little bit behind on my goals for Nonfiction November. I think I'll be able to catch up. This one's just taking a bit longer than I thought it would, but that's okay because I'm really liking it. I will try to update more tomorrow. I'm hoping to like film more just to make this like a little bit better of a vlog. So I will see you guys in the morning. Spot, ready to finish off this vlog for the week. It has been a week. I can't even begin to explain how absolutely chaotic this week was with the election, and I'm sure like everybody else just absolutely being glued to the news. Also found a lot of time to talk with my friends because we were like getting so involved with it. So that was kind of like a really positive byproduct of it. Just being able to spend a lot of time with my friends virtually. Really found myself like not being able to focus on things, not really having motivation to read and stuff like that. So that's something that I really struggled with this week, and it's obvious in like the amount that I read. So this week I finished one book. I finished Why Dinosaurs Matter by Kenneth, Lacovara. I ended up giving this 4.5 stars. I really liked it. I really recommend it. And then I got about 200 pages into Pompeii by Mary Beard. So I have just over 100 pages left of this one. I had wanted to finish it, but I got absolutely no reading done yesterday after the election was called. Lots of celebrating, lots of just talking with people, sending memes back and forth. It was a very like social day basically. And then yeah, so I've just really found myself not really wanting to read almost, but I'm loving Pompeii so much, and I wish that I had like the attention span to sit down and just read it all the way through, because I'm really enjoying it. I'm really learning so much, and like what I kind of said in my last segment about stopping to look at photos or to go to Google Maps and kind of like virtually walk around the city it's just an amazing accomplishment to have written this book with so much information about this one city. And I'm honestly amazed at the amount of information they've been able to like gather and put together just from excavating it. It's really quite amazing when you think of it. And I know when I visited, I really enjoyed visiting there, but I don't think I grasped how massive of like a project Pompeii is and continues to be, how much more there is to learn, how much has been learned. I don't think I really grasped that. So I really am enjoying that part of it also. And like I said, it kind of feels like an armchair travel book. Like I really feel like I'm there. I really feel like I'm experiencing Pompeii as Mary Beard kind of guides us through it. And so I really think this was a great book to pick up for lockdown. I'm really hoping to like get caught up in reading next week. I start my job tomorrow. And well, normally I wouldn't think that would mean I'd get a lot of reading done. It just means I think I'm just going to be a lot more motivated and a lot more productive because I'll be starting my job where I've kind of been in this like no man's zone of not wanting to do much of anything. I've been stuck at home for a couple months, so I'm really hoping that my job will kind of like kick my butt into gear. And tomorrow I'm going to be picking up Anthony Bourdain, the last interview. So I thought this was one interview, but like after I did some more reading into it, it's actually a compilation of interviews, which I kind of am looking forward to a little bit more. So I'm really hoping to get started with this one and hoping that I can read this one quickly and then pick up another one so I can kind of get caught up with where I'd like to be in the month. I realize that this vlog has not been the best. I honestly don't know what kind of footage I have, but hopefully I'll be able to like put something together because I really want to like vlog for all of Nonfiction November. That's like a goal of mine. So I'm really trying to do that. But besides that, I really appreciate everybody for watching. If you've read any of the books that I've talked about in this video or have recommendations or anything, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. I'm so thankful for everybody that watches and interacts with the videos I put out. It's so lovely and it really makes me enjoy embarking on this project, this little pet hobby that I've picked up. So yeah, I really appreciate it. And I look forward to hearing from you guys, talking more in the next vlog. And I look forward to seeing what everyone else has done for Nonfiction November. I'm really excited to see the vlogs that come out of it. I will see you guys in the next vlog.